Now to politics and Governor Ron DeSantis' early state campaign kickoff. The Florida governor hitting the trail in Iowa as he steps up his attacks on former President Donald Trump. Gabe Gutierrez is there.
Hello, Iowa!
After repeated stops in Iowa over the last few months, tonight Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is making his first as an official presidential candidate and taking on Republican frontrunner former President Trump.
What do you make of this ongoing feud that the governor has had with Disney? Does it resonate with you, that idea?
I'm happy. We needed somebody to stand up, and I'm very proud of DeSantis for doing it.
DeSantis bashing Trump for previously calling the governor's ongoing feud with Disney a political stunt.
I'm standing for parents, I'm standing for children, and I think a multi-billion-dollar company that sexualizes children is not consistent with the values of Florida or the values of a place like Iowa.
Trump firing back, blasting the entertainment giant as a woke and disgusting shadow of its former self. Disney is suing Florida over what it says is retaliation for the company's opposition to the state's Parental Rights in Education Act, which critics labeled the Don't Say Gay law.
And look at Disney and what a mess it is. Could have worked out an easy settlement, but no, he wanted to show the fake news how tough a guy he is.
This week, DeSantis is barnstorming early caucus and primary states with 13 stops. Here in Iowa, DeSantis, a Roman Catholic, is planning to court evangelicals.
Without the evangelical vote, it doesn't happen, period.
For Pastor Michael DeMastis, culture war issues like DeSantis' so-called war on woke resonate. It's why he says brands like Bud Light, Target, and Kohl's have recently faced backlash for marketing campaigns aimed at LGBTQ customers.
We don't see this as, a battle between DeSantis and Disney. It's a battle for children. It's a battle for protecting children from an ideology that the majority of parents in the United States do not want to be thrust upon their children, period.
Gabe Gutierrez joins us now from inside DeSantis' event in a suburb of Des Moines, Iowa. Gabe, this is the Florida governor's first event as a presidential candidate. How has he been changing his message?
Well, Allison, this is his first in-person event. Over the past several days, he has been calibrating his message slightly differently. He's been escalating his attacks on former President Trump. You'll recall for several months he had declined to engage the former president despite relentless attacks by Donald Trump and his team. We do expect that to continue, his attacks to continue now that he's a formally declared candidate, and now that he's really trying to win over conservative evangelical voters here in Iowa, which is, of course, critical to the caucus here. Elsie?
And Gabe, previously, former President Trump attacked DeSantis for his battle against Disney. But in your story tonight, he took some shots at Disney as well. Is this a signal Trump thinks DeSantis' attacks on the corporate giant is actually a smart strategy?
Potentially. And look, it's very interesting. We've been seeing over the last several days, DeSantis and his team are making the argument to fundraisers and donors that among the GOP caucus electorate here in Iowa, that they support his war on Disney, not because of he's taking on a major business in the state, but they see it, as you heard from the pastor in my story, they view it as ideology, quote, woke ideology being thrust on children. So the DeSantis team thinks that his feud with Disney will play very well here. And it was interesting to see in the last day or so, former President Trump making it very clear that he does not side with Disney and trying to reclaim some of the argument and go to DeSantis' right on the issue. Look for that debate to play out over the coming days as DeSantis set to be here in Iowa again tomorrow and then moving to New Hampshire in South Carolina later this week as he barnstorms the country else.
Gabe Gutierrez, thanks for that. Now to the latest in the Elizabeth Holmes saga. The disgraced Theranos founder and CEO reported to a federal prison in Texas today to begin her 11-year sentence after being found guilty of defrauding investors out of millions of dollars. CNBC's Yasmin Khorram has been following this story for us.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.